Hi, I'm Susanna Keith, Tech and Travel Mom, and I'm thrilled to be here today with my dear friends Julie and Dennis Roche, founders of Burbio Calendar. And Julie and Dennis, you both have such great esteemed career. Dennis, 20 years and with innovations and tech startups from large companies to small companies. We worked together, we had a ball. Julie, 15 years in brand management, starting a career really now a women-led company and building a great calendar app that really revolutionizes all of our lives, making our lives easier in town, across Westchester, across Connecticut. Can't wait to see this go nationwide. So please tell us, how did you guys come up with this great innovation?
Well, we have 4 kids. Our oldest is now a freshman in college, and our youngest is a 7th grader. And we had been working on community groups together. And we were discussing about 2.5 years ago, how hard it was to keep track of things. And it wasn't about what each other was doing, but it was about all the things that were going on around us, both for stuff we had organized and groups we were part of. And I came up with a solution. I was the self-appointed entrepreneur in the house. And Julie later called my solution a website with lots of links to bad websites that wasn't going to solve anybody's problem. And she came up, she said, well, everything you're talking about is a problem around when, and we ought to build a calendar platform. And so you took it.
And so I did. So I taught myself some prototyping software and came up with kind of a vision of what this would look like. And we hired somebody to create it for us and launched it in Pelham. And it took off like we couldn't believe. And we realized, if we had the same issue in Pelham, other people must have it too. And from there, it's really just taken off.
So what Burbio does, Burbio.com, it streams calendar information. So it reads the calendars from school, library, and community websites. And when they change, it changes on Burbio. And then we have a publishing tool where we keep calendars up to date that aren't streamable. So the goal is to have everything that's public that's going on in a town in one place so that residents can easily find it and be alerted when things change.
And then the really cool thing is, if you're like me and you need your calendar with you at all times because there's so much going on, it syncs. So if you use a Google Calendar, if you use your iPhone calendar, if you use Outlook, you can take everything that you got from Burbio in just a couple clicks and have it anywhere you go.
Oh, that's excellent, because I have to tell you, having a tech blog, I look at all the innovations, and I tell you, it's not easy to figure out the calendar and to manage calendar with kids and multiple sports activities. So really, thank you for bringing us a tool that makes it all really right at our fingertips. And so you're rolling out across Westchester. What's next?
So in terms of the product, first, yes, we want to reach more people, but the other thing we have that we're really excited about is an opportunity to really personalize the experience. So rather than just knowing everything that's going on in your town, you can find out exactly what you want to know and follow the groups and the organizations and the schools and the sports that really matter to you so that you don't miss anything. Because with all of us so busy these days, it's a full-time job just keeping track of it. So anything that can really personalize it and get you exactly what you want when you want it is what we're going to do.
So right now what the product does is we have a weekly digest that goes out that has all the different things from school, nonprofits, school sports in one place. And we'll call that localized. And what the next version will do, which will come out in time for next back to school, is allow you to personalize it. So you might say, I don't want to hear anything about the middle school and the elementary school, but I want to hear everything about the high school every day. Whereas we wouldn't know to send that to you right now. I want to see the sanitation schedule every week, which we don't send out. We send out when there's no pick, but we don't send it out every week. So things like that will happen. Or maybe you want to find concerts throughout the county and you want to see that every week. So it'll enable people to customize the experience for themselves with all this great information we have. And that's really the next step that we'll be doing.
No, I love it. It's very much like fits the Internet of Things. It's all about customization in our homes, making it easier for us on the go. And I also wanted to give you guys a shout out too for sponsoring our recent innovation panel, Women in Emerging Digital Media Leadership, that we held at the Wright Arts Center for International Women's Day. So thank you so much for sponsoring that. And I think hopefully that led us to potentially starting a women's group, maybe a women's and innovation group. So if we wanted to get our group on your calendar, how do we go about doing that?
So it's very simple. We have a little creation tool. You just click a couple buttons, add the basic information, and then you get a calendar which has its own URL. You can send that out to your members. You can put it on your website. You can do whatever you like with it to really share the fact that you're on Burbio, and it gets publicized through all of our sources as well.
As we track, we curate the information a little bit because we've all been familiar with these local websites where you go to the events section and it's a little choppy. It's either not very good or you can't find stuff that's nearby. So we do curate it, but we see the information when someone puts up a public group. So if someone like your group that you just described went on and put an event, we would see it and we would promote it to the appropriate communities.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, I hope everyone will check out Burbio Calendar, and I want to thank you, Julie and Dennis, for all that you're doing, and I know that your business will be successful, and thank you for making a difference in our community. So this is Susanna Keith, Tech and Travel Mom. I hope you'll tune in for more episodes, and if you have a suggestion on a great tech innovation or something in our community that we should highlight, please let us know.